Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today we'll be taking a look at the P40f Lafayette. It's a French rank 2 premium for, well, of course, the French factory, so let's go catch a game. Now, this thing is actually a fairly good plane. It's easy to use. It has an offensive armament of 6 12.7 millimeters, so basically 50 cals. I would recommend taking the tracer belts. Also, it can carry bombs, but I'll talk about that in a bit. So, the one advantage this thing has is it has a really good climb rate. Now you won't outclimb BF-109s or stuff like that, but you still have a pretty good climb rate, and you can achieve a really good altitude with the proper BF-109s or stuff like that, but you still have a pretty good climb rate, and you can achieve a really good altitude with the proper OP techniques. So we can see there's some strike aircraft, a P3 in A20G, and there will be an L2 mostly above most of the strike aircraft here. So I'll take some shots into the L2, I'll crit him, but sadly I won't get the kill because my teammate decided to be a complete ass to me. And as you can see, yes, that is exactly what happened. So I got an assist, but no kill. I think we can count it as a kill since if it wasn't for him, I probably would have gotten it. Now, right now we are at a very disadvantageous position, but one thing this plane also has is a really good speed, so it can basically outpace anything at its BR. If it isn't, just I tried to take some shots on that L2, but I don't get it and it burns down. Now, right now we are in this giant furball again. I try to take some shots at this A4U and I get a second kill assist. Yes, I take some shots with the P39 and try to catch up to him, but sadly we won't do that, and the P39 is just too fast. And basically P39s and Yak 3s are the main thing you'll be fearing at this PR, and the P39 is trying to line up a shot with me. Take same shots at him, miss, and he breaks my engine basically. Now one weird downside of this thing is actually its engine, because somehow every time I get hit with it it's always the engine that breaks. I don't know, be it from the backside, from the front side, every time basically. Now that will be basically everything interesting that happens in this game. Let's move on to the next one. But I think it stabilized a bit, and as you can see, I don't know if we are actually above that BF-109. I don't think we are, which is kinda bad, because in most cases this thing needs an altitude advantage, and as long as you have an altitude advantage, it can behave really easily, it can get a lot of teams, but it can get a lot of kills, but if you don't have an altitude advantage, it basically loses everything. So as you can see, at BF-109 tried to kill me, but he failed, and this easily breakable engine is a bad and a good thing at the same time, because it easily saves your pilot, but it also really reduces your performance. And one of the biggest advantages this thing has is its engine, and when you lose part of it, well, you become a slow flying, easy to hit target that doesn't really have a good turning performance. So it really doesn't. As you can see, I take some shots of the PF109 here. I don't get it, surprisingly, but what I do get is the assist for it, and I get some crits on that U88, and that will be our kill. And one thing this thing has is a lot of ammo, so you can basically just spray everyone with your tracer bullets, which is again very nice. Now, as you can see, we are above a Hurricane and a Firefly. Now that Hurricane is basically being killed by my teammate, and he'll die before I can get to him. And as I expected he dies, and I try to chase down that Firefly. Well, it will be a bit too fast for me. And as you can see, my engine starts overheating because PF109 broke it. And the Firefly is dead. But we move on to our next target, which is this TB7. And somehow the snail screwed us up again, and they somehow also disabled the airfield anti-air, because that is literally the only explanation I could find about why haven't I been shot down yet since airfield SPA should protect the guy, but it doesn't. And in the end, we do get an assist. And that will be the end of our 2 games. So what are my overall thoughts on the P40f Lafayette? Well, I think it's a fun vehicle. I honestly do think so. But is it a good grinder? No. Should you specifically buy Golden Eagles to purchase it without a sale? Again, I don't think so, honestly. It's a good and fun vehicle, but since it's rank 2, it can't really grind you anything, and it's generally very situational. Sometimes you can get a lot of kills with it, sometimes you don't. And that's a problem, because for a good grinder you really need reliability and you really need stability, but this thing doesn't offer it. Sometimes you get 5 kills, sometimes you get nothing and get killed by the first P63. So overall, should you buy it? Maybe. If you like the American playstyle, if you like 50 cows, yeah, you can definitely go for it. But if you just need a grinder, then definitely no, it's not worth it, because it just gets really overshadowed by stuff like E47s and Yak3s, which are at a higher tier and can grind you the tech 3 much easier and faster than this thing. So see you in the next video, goodbye.